Side court inbounds play. Debbie Huband handling now.
Those days, the Olympics was a 6-team tournament. Just wrap your brain around that for a minute. 6 teams in the world went to the Olympics. So it was an extremely high-level tournament. Every single team there was world ranked. And so just to qualify was an incredible accomplishment, to be among the 6 best teams in the world. And that's where we were as a women's program at that time. And we didn't want to let that slip through our fingers. You know, our roster, we had some exceptional world-class all-stars, Bev being one of them, Sylvia Sweeney being another one. And we had some exceptional complementary players. We were dedicated and hardworking and just willing to roll up the sleeves and get it done. We were fearless. We were a little bit maybe naive, didn't understand the grandiose scale, but it didn't bother us. We had such joy. But the camaraderie with the team and the friendships developed is probably the most special part.
Bev Smith in the starting lineup for Canada.
I don't have a strong memory of this bronze medal game. I just remember we were in it to win it against China. We had beaten them in the preliminary round, which is, you know, a little disappointing. They kind of pulled a pretty big roster change on us and took our game plan a little, shredded it a little bit. They had 2 really tall post players that they played quite a bit, and Sylvia Sweeney ran circles around them, and they just could not defend Sylvia. Sylvia had a great game in the previous game, and they actually sat those 2 down and said, no, we're going to give you a different roster. And it took us a little bit, well, all game to try and figure that out because they just played so differently without them. I can remember at the end, you know, there was a couple of calls that just didn't go our way. I remember one of their players was as tough as nails. Sylvia came down with a rebound and hit her and sliced her head open. I'm not kidding you. Must have been 15 stitches. And we're like, oh my God, maybe we can get some momentum if she has to go sit down. And she went and sat down and they put a Band-Aid, I'm not kidding you, like tape around her eye, taped it together, and she came back out again and was heroic.
Yeah, I would just add, you know, it was kind of devastating to get that far and come away without a medal around your neck. And, you know, it does feel a lot different losing that game than being a medalist at an Olympic Games. You know, and it wasn't our day. Not only did they change, you know, their game strategy and revamp some things and have the surprise factor, we just didn't perform well that day. It was a day we just didn't perform at the level we needed to be successful. And China was a formidable opponent. They had size, they had speed, they had shooting, they had quickness, they were tenacious defenders. They were a solid team and they deserved to win on that day.
You know, sometimes the Olympic Games can be really hard in that regard. You have such high expectations for yourselves, and if you don't medal, sometimes you're not. When you're in the moment, you think you're pretty much a failure. But I think both Deb and I and the team have come to realize, as we have perspective, that wow, that was an outstanding result. You know, for a Canadian group that really were much more well-known for hockey, and to be on that level and have a chance to win a bronze at the '84 Olympics was a real, I think, exciting and exceptional moment in our lives.
I would just say, you know, message to the team. I know it's an exciting time and maybe a bit of a stressful time, and maybe one that's going to be a little bit different with the challenges of COVID and training over the last year, but I think you're ready. I think you're prepared. You have everything you need to excel. I would say stay in the moment, enjoy the process, take in everything, and put it all on the court. And we're behind you, your alumni supporting you, and we wish you all the best for a successful and exciting tournament. Good luck, Canada.
Just find a way to win in practice, find a way to win the game, and man, the sacrifice that you will, you know, contribute to that will be paid off in ways that you won't be able to imagine for at least what is it, Deb? 30 years down the
I
road.
can't do the math, but I know it's over 30 and under 40.
Yeah. So go Canada. We're extremely excited to watch you guys play, even in these very trying circumstances. You're tougher than that. I've seen us. We lived in Bulgaria for a month, and not to dismiss Bulgaria, but we ate French fries, peas, and cucumbers for 3 meals a day. We're tough as nails, Canadians are. So we got to show that medal, get to where we can win a medal.